I would like to invite His Excellency Filipe Nyusi, the President of the Republic of Mozambique, to address the audience. Excellency, Mr. President, have the floor. Thank you very much. Excellency William Ruto, President of the Republic of Kenya and Head of State and Commander-in-Chief of Defense Forces, dear ministers, dear friends from the press, dear participants, I would like to seize this opportunity to once again welcome my brother, the President William Ruto, and his delegation to Mozambique. Affirmed is a place he visits for the first time, not just as president, but also as an individual. We've just had bilateral conversations in which we talked about many topics. But first, we validated our professionals on what they did in the past, particularly the decisions by the Joint Permanent Commission and the Second Commission. We have noted that our diplomatic relations and economic relations now are undergoing a very good stage. The outcomes are notable day by day, and as a country, we reiterate our commitment and interest to continue working with the government of the Republic of Kenya, which is wisely led by His Excellency President Ruto, so that we strengthen the relations between the two countries. It's important to underscore a key aspect that our relations after the Kenya related, and this enables the meeting between our two people, particularly in the economic sector. The second session of the Joint Permanent Commission worked in 4 groups. The group of policy and diplomacy, defense and security, economy, and also social affairs. The conclusions are favorable to growth, and by the way, we commend one of the outcomes is what we've seen, which is the signature of legal instruments in different areas, as we have just witnessed. We are proud of the understandings we have reached in the mutual support in the application of the two countries. I have to say that we are grateful to Kenya because we were voted on, and not only that, because Kenya mobilized other countries so that we could become non-permanent members of the UN Security Council. And leavings, but we are available to we achieved also a fruit of this genuine collaboration we received from Kenya. In defense and security, we talked not only in bilateral conversations, but also in the tete-a-tete on the situation of terrorism in Mozambique, how it manifests itself, at what stage it is, the support we're receiving from our friends. But we also this opportunity to thank the support Kenya has been giving us, not only now. We have been receiving support over the years in training and exchange of information so that we can fight terrorism, because Kenya knows this evil, even though it manifests itself in different ways in the two countries. We are happy with the support we are given, but we also took the opportunity to define the next steps to be followed in this struggle. And I believe in the coming day, this will lead to better outcomes. There are other aspects we talked about, and tomorrow we'll be able to detail these and the economic and social area. But we talked more on agriculture, cattle raising, trade, transport, mineral resources, and in the area of the technicians who have to support the conservation areas, because we know, we commend the President for this visit, and we know this is an opportunity to deepen our relations, and we express our permanent wish to and willingness to deepen this relation. We talked about aspects of our interests, such as cooperation in the bank. The Kenyan banking system has evolved, is being implemented everywhere in the continent, and Mozambique expressed its interest in training its people in tourism. And the Republic of Kenya is also an international reference in this matter. By the way, many hotels working in Maputo have Kenyans as their managers. But we've also evolved our vision to the world, the position we take before Russia-Ukraine conflict, where we unanimously do not allow the killing of people. Lives would not be lost for whatever the reason. And which we do not support the EU. The emergence of governments which are not democratically elected in West Africa, that should not be allowed. The world has evolved. The powers are transferred peacefully through elections nowadays. So we cannot afford to have a country to draw us back as Africa. President Ruto introduced a topic we've been talking about, which is the reform of the African Union, so that one only voice, which is the African Union, has to speak for Africa, similar to what happens with other international organizations. So this is a matter we are reflecting on, and it is known that we have had debates here in Mozambique on the Pan-African Parliament. Was also the subject of our conversation. So in a nutshell, we are saying that our relationship with President Ruto is being a success. Our meetings are objective. Our second commission laid it clearly what has to be undertaken with deadlines or timelines and responsibilities. And we believe the next step will be a lot more fruitful because the rules of the game have been laid out. Thank you very much. I give you the floor.